Hello and welcome back to Messie Jessie. Today I'm so excited because I'm making lemon drizzle cake. It is my favourite cake of all time. I recently made it for my birthday cake in cake form and had it for my 21st birthday cake, so it's definitely my number one. I'm really lucky because my mother-in-law has a lemon tree, so I got a big haul from her last week, hence the need for lemon drizzle cake. So let's get started. So if you want the recipe and instructions and all the ingredients and measurements, they'll be on my website and I'll put the link in the description. So we're starting off with some sugar, and then I'm going to zest these 2 lemons into there. So when you're zesting, you want to avoid going down to this white part, as in don't zest that bit in because that is really bitter and it's going to add a nasty taste to your cake. So we've got those in, just give those a stir because that'll impart the lovely lemon oils into the sugar. And then I'm going to add my flour. Baking powder and baking soda. Just give those a stir. Okay, that's your dry ingredients. So in this bowl here I've got some sour cream, and that gives the cake a really nice dense texture. Which is what I like about the lemon drizzle cake. So to that I'm going to add 3 eggs, some melted butter and lemon juice. Okay, so I'm going to put the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients now. So when you're making cakes, you want to be careful not to stir the mixture too vigorously or for too long, because that will develop the gluten in the flour and that's going to make for a really chewy cake, which is not what we're after. So I've mixed that until it's just combined, there's no bits of flour in there, and I'm going to put it into my loaf tin. So I've just lined this with 2 bits of baking paper, and I've left some overhang so that when it's cooked I can easily pick it up and put it out to rest. I just leveled that off with my spatula to make sure it cooks evenly. I've preheated the oven at 170 and I'm going to cook this for about an hour, maybe an hour and 10 minutes. This is quite a dense cake, so it needs a bit longer to cook. But I'll check it with a skewer at about an hour and see how we're going. So while that's baking, I'm just going to whip up the glaze that goes on top. So I've just got half a lemon, my trusty lemon squeezer. And I don't want to put too much because I like this to be quite thick on the top. So we'll just see how I go. Okay, so that's quite thick. That's what I like. So I'm just going to leave that now and wait for the cake to finish. Smells like heaven. So I'm just going to pull this out carefully. And pop it in here. And I'm just going to put this in the fridge for about half an hour to let it cool down because I'm impatient. You could leave it out at room temperature, but you don't want to put the glaze on right away or it's just going to melt into nothing, or maybe that's what you want. But I'm just going to pop this in the fridge and come back in an hour and put the glaze on. Okay, so here we have our beautiful lemon drizzle cake, and the last thing I'm going to do is zest a little bit of lemon on top for that final touch.